All right, let's talk about one of the oldest industries on the planet, construction. It's an industry that, for a long time, kind of stayed the same. But right now, it is going through this massive high-tech transformation. We're talking about a full-blown revolution that's making the way we build everything faster, safer, and a whole lot smarter. So let's get into it.
So when you think of a construction site, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Is it just hard hats, steel beams, maybe a lot of dust and noise? Well, for decades, yeah, that was a pretty good picture. But that entire image is being completely demolished and rebuilt from the ground up.
And the difference between the old way and the new way, it's just night and day. We are moving away from a process that was often really slow, pretty dangerous, and let's be honest, incredibly wasteful. And we're moving towards something that's fast, safe, and truly sustainable. This isn't just a small adjustment, it's a total reinvention of how we build our world.
Okay, so first things first, let's get our boots on the ground and look at the job site itself. This is where the digital world smashes right into the dirt, augmenting human workers with tech that would have seemed like pure science fiction just a handful of years ago. And a huge part of this? Yeah, it's robots. And we're not talking about some little experiment here. We're talking about serious money. The market for construction robotics is set to hit almost $909 million by 2030. That's more than double what it's expected to be in 2025. That's a huge signal that automation is absolutely here to stay.
And just look at the wild difference in productivity this makes. A really skilled human bricklayer, working hard, can lay about 50, maybe 60 bricks an hour. A robot? It can lay over 300. It doesn't get tired, it doesn't need a coffee break, and it can put up the structural walls of a house in a single day. That's a total game changer.
But you know, the robots are the muscle. The real brains behind this whole operation is artificial intelligence. One source put it perfectly, and I love this. AI is basically becoming the digital foreman. It's in the background, overseeing everything, spotting problems before they happen, and just making it all run smoother. And look, this isn't just some pie-in-the-sky theory. The numbers, like these from a McKinsey study, are incredible. AI can analyze schedules, weather patterns, and supply chains to flag delays before they even happen. And as you can see, this is leading to massive improvements. We're seeing projects delivered up to 30% faster, with huge boosts to productivity and, of course, lower costs. These are real-world results. And maybe the most important part of all this, tech is also protecting the most valuable asset on any site, the people. Wearable tech is turning standard safety gear into a life-saving network. We're talking smart helmets that can detect impacts, vests that track heat exposure, and GPS wristbands for emergencies. It all creates this digital safety net that's been shown to reduce accidents by as much as 35%. Okay, so you've got robots on the ground, workers decked out in smart tech, but what's coordinating it all? Who's the conductor of this high-tech orchestra? Well, the answer is in the master plan, the digital blueprint that guides the whole project from start to finish. And that leads us right into the second huge piece of this puzzle, the revolution in digital planning. You know, the biggest mistakes and cost overruns in construction, they often happen because of a flaw in that initial plan. Now, technology is letting us get the plan perfect before anyone even breaks ground. And right at the heart of this is a concept that sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie, the digital twin. I mean, just imagine a perfect virtual copy of your building that lives inside a computer. And this isn't just a static 3D model. Oh no, it's a dynamic clone that's constantly getting real-time data from the actual site. That Fitbit analogy is just perfect. It's a living, breathing health tracker for your entire project. So how does this magic actually work? Well, it's a pretty elegant four-step process. First, you scan the real world with things like lasers and drones. Then, you use that data to create the virtual model. Next, and this is the cool part, you feed it live data from sensors all over the job site. And finally, you let AI run simulations, testing for problems, and optimizing the whole thing before they become expensive real-world headaches. This all plugs into something the industry calls Building Information Modeling, or BIM. But what's really wild is how BIM itself has grown up. It started as a 3D model, right? But now, by adding new dimensions like time and cost, planners can even factor in sustainability. That's what they call 6D, and even the building's entire operational life, which gets us all the way to 7D BIM. It covers everything from day-to-day maintenance to what happens decades from now.
And speaking of that entire life cycle, that brings us perfectly to our third major shift, sustainability. Let's face it,
The construction industry has historically been a huge source of waste and carbon emissions. But these new innovations are tackling that problem head-on.
Take modular construction, for example. Instead of building everything on a chaotic site where you're at the mercy of the weather, you build huge sections with factory precision, kind of like giant sophisticated Lego blocks. This method isn't just 30 to 50% faster, it also cuts down on material waste in a huge way. And if you think modular is fast, then 3D printing is, well, it's on a whole other level. The speed is just mind-blowing. A machine can literally print the walls of a small home in just 24 hours. Think about the potential here for affordable housing or rapid disaster relief. It's incredible.
It's not just how we build either, it's what we're building with. The materials themselves are getting a massive green makeover. We're seeing this huge shift towards things like recycled steel, bio-based materials like bamboo and hempcrete, low-carbon concrete, and beautiful reclaimed wood. All stuff that has a much lighter footprint on our planet.
Even the classic yellow machinery is going green. Cities like Oslo and Norway are pioneering what they call emission-free job sites. They're swapping out those noisy, polluting diesel engines for clean, quiet electric equipment. And the results from pilot projects are just stunning. A 98% drop in carbon emissions and a 70% cut in energy costs.
So, when you put this all together, what does it add up to? The new reality of construction is already here. And it is fundamentally faster, it's greener, it's safer, and it's more connected than we ever thought possible. Every single part of the process, from that first digital sketch to the final coat of paint, is being optimized by technology. The tools we have at our fingertips today are completely redrawing the blueprint for our cities, for our homes, for our entire infrastructure. We can now build in ways we could only dream of just a generation ago. So the only real question left is, with all this incredible new power, what will we choose to build?